Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream! Today we are working on... immediate flub on words. Okay, today we're working on re-rigging an old model of mine named Kaikala, its original character. Hashtag do not steal. Okay, silliness aside. Today we are, I did the meshes yesterday and this kind of set up some of the, what are they called? Deformers. Some of the deformers. So today is probably going to be more parameters and probably more physics. Also maybe some skinning if I actually remember how to do that. Alright, let's see. Let's jump in here. Doo-doo-doo. Oop, 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 oop. Can't do that. Gotta turn that off and then I can do this. Ah. Alrighty. So I got her all pulled up here. This is Kaikala. Those who weren't here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I got distracted by my audio. I'm like, what? Why am I like this? Okay, yeah. I need to click this, and now I can actually jump in here. Alright, as you can see from this little menu down here, this is my parameters, as it says right there. And we only got a few. We got the body movement, which is not perfect. The buttons kind of stretch, as you can see. Let me zoom out here. I mean, everything else is kind of okay. But I didn't set up this model perfectly. Again, this was when I was just starting Live2D, and I didn't even know how to draw models yet to, like, work. I should have put the buttons on, like, a separate layer. But that's okay. As I've been saying, I am not aiming for perfection, I am just aiming for better rigging, so a little bit of wonkiness is okay, because I'm not making, like, a... This is not an aim for a marketable kind of Live2D rig. This is just... This is just me trying to see if I improved with my rigging with an old model, which definitely cannot be properly rigged, I don't think, because I just... Well, not... Well, it probably can. I just don't feel like putting in the effort, to be honest. Way too fussy for my liking. But we'll see how good we can make it. Those are both... Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, then... Oh, gosh. Hello, chords. What's going on? Hold on. That goes here. Mike jumps over that. And now we're good. Hold on. My chords are being obeyed. Which is actually kind of rare. Alright, what I want to do, I think, is actually... Can I make a deformer quickly? Let me just... The answer is yes. Yes, I can. Alright. That did go over the arm. Perfect. Okay. Let me make this, call this left arm as well, because I can have things called multiple things. I'm more of a visual person, so it's fine. It works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Do right arm. I am putting these new deformers over, like, yes, I know I can take this and move it back and forth, but if I want to rotate it, it'll mess up. So I need to put this kind of deformer, which is just a warp deformer. Why is this? This one's barely covering that arm. Like, hold on. Why? I was clicking on it. Huh, weird. Okay. Uncollapse that. Wahahaha. Alright. Okay, mandatory. Yay! I take myself so seriously, as you can see. One brain cell sometimes. I'm just like, it goes spinny. And I'm having fun. Alright. Now we can move the arms a little bit here to give more of an illusion of her turning. See? Now it looks like she's turning a little more, unlike this one. She's just the body kind of moves. See, that looks a little better. It's not perfect. Again, not aiming for perfection. I am just aiming that, yeah, I did better than my first attempt. That's the goal. Having some fun on the way. That a little over. can't just do the reflect horizontally kind of thing that I was doing before. Well, I could, but it's not gonna end up how I want it, so I'm not gonna do it. Not wasting time like that. Okay. I wonder if I should... I go like that. Yeah, that doesn't really mess up the arm too much. The sleeve, it still kind of feels like it moves over. Maybe I'll do that and just... help. Yeah, that looks... that's a good. Yeah, okay. I'm like, hold on, did the parameter right? No, I'm fine. Oh yeah, I did do some physics last time. Let me show. I got the skirt to go wibble wobble. I think it already moves better. Not by too terribly much from where it was before. You know, I can actually pull that up. Hold on. I need to go open. Sorry, you can't see these menus. I will be quick. Open up the old one, because this is on, I saved it on a separate file, because I was like, wait, I can do that, and then I can have a side-by-side. Oh, wait. Is it not pulling up? I just remembered. It doesn't pull up the physics menu always perfect. Very well. Why are you like this? Okay, go to that, and then this, and then it's happy. I don't know why. I have it set up correctly, but it just really hates. Really hates. Yeah, this is the old one. Yeah, that's the old skirt. Can I click this? No, I cannot. I have to go in here. I have to go... Wait. Go to physics, and then I have to go back to OBS. Because it will not properly pull up the physics menu, and I don't know why. Now I can show physics. Yeah, that moves a little smoother. It's less janky. Definitely. Okay, I have checked. I have one improvement right there. Make that go away, just at the very least to help my my computer here. Alright. Wait, did it collapse everything? Okay, no. It did. I don't know why. Oh, it's set. I'm like, why is the body moved like that? Okay, let's get the legs. Where are the legs? Legs. Where'd they go? Okay. I thought this would be easier to find. You think two little sticky kind of little thumbnails would be a lot more easier to spot, but apparently not. Oh, they're up here. Oh, they're not in any of... Okay, let me make a deformer all by itself for the neck, because that's what I always do, because it's kind of connecting to the head movements and body movements, so I just let it be its own thing, because if you tie it to the body, it won't match the head. If you tie it to the head stuff, it won't match the body. So it kind of ends up being its own thing. That was my compromise. Will that work for everyone? Probably not. But it's what worked for me, so it's okay. Leggies. What? Oh, it's a pepper. Seeing things before my eye. Alright, so now with the legs... I don't know. I could make this separate. I should make separate deformers. Yeah, let me not tie it to that. I have a left leg deformer. Left leg. I'll just keep the legs under the deformers less because I need that deformer, and more so just it's an organization. Like, I'm probably not gonna use it, but it does keep the leggies next to each other. Okay. So these deformers, so they oh, some of y'all might not know this, but these little green dots, when it's, that means it's like not active. Meaning if I change something, it won't affect this key. I'll just like, what do I not have in a deformer? Like if I grab this hair bit here and pull it away without it being connected to any of these parameters, which is just the setting fully, the keyframes are the dots. But yeah, if I mess with any of these, it won't change anything. It's just it'll sort of actually stay there. So if you don't have a piece of your model that's directly tied to a parameter, you can like change its position, you can adjust its size. I think that's about all you can do besides if you take the mesh here. Maybe one that's not going to be an absolute pain in the butt. Like if I go over here, this is edit mesh, and I erase a little bit and say yes, that bit of arm is gone now. So you can do that. I wouldn't recommend that really. I would, you know, it's not ideal. Ideal. Well, hello, Farouk. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for anyone who comes and watches, whether it be live or in a VOD. Very much appreciated. But yeah, there's a little bit. I'm like, should probably explain some of the basics because this might be some people's first time, so maybe I should explain. So yeah, parameters are just basically movement for the most part. Like, see, this wiggles the skirt back and forth. That wiggles that piece back and forth. I don't have very many set up. But you can also mess with the opacity. If I click here, again, I click the parameter. I need to click, yeah, I need to click the thing. But you can see how it says opacity, which you can also make it a piece invisible. So that's what I did here. So this is slide, so if I mess with this parameter, it does. But I could just make this piece without tied to a parameter and make it invisible, which is actually useful in some cases to not have the opacity change by changing a parameter. But yeah, parameter is basically how you get the movements and changes in the model. It's essentially like on-off switches, I guess you could think, or sliders, like a volume is how you adjust the volume is moving like a slider. It's that kind of thing, because like it fades in and out, but these little circles are keyframes, so it only goes from keyframe to keyframe. Actually, no, you can set up, and at least VTube Studio kind of in between, but yeah, it's you can think of them as switches and I just said it, sliders. Switches and sliders. Yeah, because this is kind of like a slider and it turns it. I guess you can think of like a turntable, like a display thing. That's kind of what it's doing. Anyway. It's not the best explanation, but hopefully it's kind of understandable and y'all know what I'm doing, sort of, maybe a little. I hope. I'm not the best explainer for this. If that wasn't painfully obvious. Okay. For turning, how would one turn? It would be like, you turn a bit. This leg. Okay, that's not okay. These two options, you can see the dots here that are highlighted, some in purple, and then there's like gray bits. These two boxes here control how many there are, because this is 5 by 5, so there's 5 rows, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's 6. Why is it 6? Did I miscount? Nope, it's 6. Okay, it doesn't count one of those. Okay. That's odd. Or I'm misreading. No, I'm not misreading it. Okay. It basically affects that. Oh, you know, it might be 5 more. It always has 1. That might be it. What's going on? There's like 5 extra. So there's 1 and then 5. Yeah, I need more dots because I want to have some dots right there. So width is the first one, and that's the one I want to change. Maybe no, not width. That's how many rows the dots are. Oop, I made that go to 4. I don't want that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These. Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to do. Okay, I want to put that to 6. Got it. Put this. Actually, I want to select a little bit and then just move a little bit at a time, just so this gets a slant. I don't want to move it too much, or else it's gonna make the lake look wonky. But yeah, you can see some movement. And then just a little bit over. Oh, wait. Undo. I need to change this to 6. Alright. Because now there's dots at the knee. And I wanted some dots at the knee, because I'll make things better. That works more how I want it to, at the very least. Oop, not too much. Can I move it over? Yeah, alright. Do it? Yeah. See, now she's kind of turning. It kind of looks like she's turning. Maybe grab the a little more than that. No, that doesn't work. I'm like, I've never done this before, to be honest, so I'm like, huh. You can move and have your feet still be planted. I know that looks a little unnatural, but... Maybe... just leave... Just take this, move this a little bit, and that's it. Does that look better? Yeah, that does. Okay. So it gives it more look of her turning. Without, like, her body just sitting there and then her legs are just completely not moving at all. Look kind of weird. So, yeah. I don't really know how your legs do when you turn like that anyway, so... That's not perfect, but it will work. I wonder, will... I don't know, rotate will not work, but a flip horizontally will not work. Just do the... That only really works when you have it across in the middle. Okay. A little bit over. So... Whoops, wrong thing. This. Okay. Like, what am I doing wrong? Okay, now... Yeah. Right, I can move... this... Oop. Can you select? Thank you. That a little more... There we go. Do I want to change how the feet move? I did not set up this model to have too much leg movement. So maybe... I have a little bit... Just... Wait. Okay, hold on. Let me select just this leg. Let's work one at a time. Just slightly turn it. Yeah, just that tiny little movement does help. Okay. Then it's like barely even noticeable, but it does help. Just because it doesn't feel like, you know, it's completely just ramrod stiff. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have that leg move a bit more, because it is kind of moving a bit more. Yeah, that works. Okay. So move this a little bit more. Yeah. That moves quite a bit. And this leg, just a teeny tiny bit. Just enough to be noticeable, really. Yeah. Now the legs kind of move a bit. It's not like... it's not ramrod stiff. There is some movement. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's neat. Also, yeah, I do have the legs in one big piece. I know people separate, like, they might have the bottom of her booty shorts, and then have, like, the upper bit of the leg, so the upper part of the sock and the thigh, and the lower part of the leg, the foot, and maybe even have that. But then they glue it all together, and I'm like, why? I get if you get the model in pieces like that, why you would do that, because, like, if you don't have the ability to draw. But I get so confused where everyone's like, yeah, let's glue it all together. And I'm like, you know you can just, like, mess around with the meshes a bit and get, like, a literal the same effect for probably less processing power. And I'm just sitting here doing confused artist noises because I'm like, I get in some movement why you would piece it out. Like walking animation kind of things, that I get. That I get. But like leaning over and bending like this, just the little bits I've been doing, like I don't understand why they piece it. I'm like, just leave it one solid thing. If that's all you're gonna do. I get it if you want a fancier model. But like honestly, sometimes you gotta realize like, oh, I'll get fancier later, but I'm like, you might also have like your 2.0 or 3.0 or 4.0 or however long you've been into this, and like the model you're currently using doesn't use that at all. So like, you know, don't I get being prepared, but if you're like, well, I know myself, I get like a new upgrade like every year, and it's like, what's, if you're gonna just save it for the big upgrade, just keep the current model more basic. You can get a better one later. Which is probably weird for me to say, because I should be like, oh yeah, you always get the pieces and parts, you never know, pay more money, but no, there's me. Just don't do that, don't waste your money. Don't waste your time if you're making your own. Okay, I don't have to worry about the neck and head right now. This is solely the body, which I think we're good with. Maybe. I wonder if I should have the shirt piece and the dress separate. That might be better. Let me... the shirt. Now, well, now, like, see, it's not tied to anything. The shirt just stays. That looks so silly. I love doing model. I love doing the rigging. Rigging is so much fun. I would love to rig somebody, but I know I'm not the best, but I certainly can do more basic stuff. Even though I do have prices for more expensive, if you look at my art commissions. Which, link below if you're curious about art commissions. There's a link for an artistry, which is a commission-only site. There's no merch to sell on it, but if you do commissions, it's pretty friendly, and they plant trees, so it's pretty cool. I like it because it's very artist-friendly and, buyer-friendly, because it has a built-in messaging system. So, and also like a timeline, so you can have it see that yours is, you know, yet to be started. It's gotten started and it's, you know, a work in progress right now, and, you know, so on and so forth. And you can even have a bit of a list of completed commissions. So it's pretty cool, I think. At least, and due to the nature of how it's set up, it kind of makes scamming people harder, both on the artists, which may be in quotes artists. Like not an artist at all. They just, you know, stole a bunch of art and are using it because there are people like that, which I know why. That's why buyers have to be cautious. I don't blame ya. I would recommend caution too, given that's the case. Yeah. Oh. Now that's moving too much. Okay, hold on. Collect these. I'm not on the keyframe, am I? Oh yeah, you can also only edit on the keyframes. So if you want really to dive in there on the keyframes, you need to make a bunch of keyframes. Yeah, I do like artistry. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the best thing ever, that there isn't any room for improvement, but it is made by, like, apparently a somewhat small group of people. They are trying. They just put out a new feature, so that's pretty cool. Which is a marketplace, which I guess, you know, it's pretty basic, but again, they're new. Why is this? Oh, because I moved the whole thing eating. Oh gosh, what did I do? I would recommend as buyer and artist. Take a look at artistry. It's new, but it might be good. Just might be. Alright. I think that's about as good. I should have probably put more shady, some light highlights on that. I think that's the only problem with this. You can't really tell it's moving. There's no dimension, it's just black. Yeah, at the time I didn't think... Evidently when I was drawing this, I forgot. You don't do shading for pure black, you just do highlights. Did not remember about that when I was drawing this clearly. Wonder if I knew it, like, thought about that at the time. Oh well. I am not here to redo my model art. I am here to do better rigging. Okay, yeah. Except for the collar. Why does this get so messed up? Stop it. Wait, I can Control-Shift copy. Control-Shift paste. Yeah, that shouldn't move then. Control-Shift paste. There. Those dots stay. Stop moving around the neck. I don't mind the shoulders kind of moving because clothes kind of do that, and also I'm not sure if I can even fix that. That would be under the body here, wouldn't it? If I grab this, will that help? Not really. There's this one. I mean, kind of. I didn't really set it up for this. I didn't have a back thing, because again, this was just practice for some other things. I didn't plan on having all this movement and stuff for this one, so it is going to be jank. That's just a fundamental because of the drawing. That's how it's going to be. I'm going to give it a savey. But I think as far as within the limitations of the actual art I did, which again is pretty darn... Actually, I think this art's over a year old. Looking at the time. Yeah, I actually started working on Live2D, I think... No? Oh gosh. Was it May? May, June, July, somewhere in there? Last summer, so... It's been past... It's a good ways past my anniversary of starting Live2D. So yes, this is not anywhere close to being like the first thing I've ever worked on. In Live2D. Okay, do I want to have the at Y? I usually don't put in Y. I don't even have. Just because I've put it in, and more often than not, it just looks weird. Like, if I look up, it's not like the whole viewpoint for my body changes. So, I mean, if I was like, go up on my toes or something, I'm not making her go up on her toes, so I'm just gonna leave that out. In fact, you know what? You can go. I really don't need you. I don't need that movement. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, yeah, if I get turning from that, because, like, if you're looking side to side, you do kind of turn your body. But if you're looking up and down, you just move your head up and down. So I'm like, I don't really understand. I don't see much of the point. At least it always kind of looked weird to me. I mean, actually, I guess you could have the parameter there and just have some kind of movement, just maybe for physics' sake. But I'm like, if you think about it, it's just really weird to have suddenly your body. I guess if you have it in tandem with Z, because that's supposed to be closer or further, I think. Or no, wait. X is left, right. Y is up, down. Yeah, Z in this case would be, yeah, closer, further. Which I also don't use. It looks like rotoscoping. Everyone says how that's uncanny valley, so I don't know why people have it in sometimes either. I get it. Some people have gotten to work, but usually for me, I'm like, it just kind of looks weird. It's like suddenly you put a magnifying... Especially, have you ever seen the models where it like leans in, but the legs stay the same, and it just feels really weird? It's like, if you have that, you also have to like make the lower half not so close or something. I don't know. It just always looks weird to me, so I don't do that. Haven't seen anyone get around it, so haven't fussed with it. I usually use it for tilt. That's what usually I use the Z for. I know that doesn't really make sense, but for like here, the angles one up here are usually for the head. Where's my head tilt? The head thingy. This one. I want this. Oh wait, before I do anything with it, I'm going to make just a regular deformer for the head because I am probably going to need that. Yeah, let's stick this here. Yeah, I just end up doing this. Where is... I'm totally going to the wrong spot. Select motions in here. Okay. And now she has head tilt. That's what I end up using it for. Tilt her whole self. Okay. It's also what I do for here. Just take this big old parameter, select only a little bit, and I just move it slightly. Not too much. I'm gonna have to be really careful with the legs, else they're gonna get funky. Yeah, that's probably too much over. So let's go a little bit, maybe a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, that's not quite as extreme, but she has a little tilt to her whole self now. And then just reflect motion, and now she goes weaky, weaky, weaky. Can even go. Let me give it a save. Physics. Yep, it's still not properly pulling up. Thank you, physics. Why are you like this? Okay. That, this, now we're in the, now you can see. Like, I can see, by the way. I can see the physics, which is why I keep forgetting to, change it. But yeah, if you go up to scene blend, no, not scene brother. It's, preview, which I think does not have. I think this also does not have. Okay, let me move it so I can actually see. Oh no, it does show the drop down. Okay, it does show the drop down. Okay. I'm like, I can't remember. Does it show the drop down or not? All right. Yeah, settings and cursor tracking. Does it show? This one probably doesn't show, actually. Okay, let me just, let's see. Like that. That's that movement. X is left, right. I need to remember. Yeah. See? Now I can test it. Oh yeah, she moves a lot. The cables don't look good because they're way too stiff. But hey, that's actually pretty good movement. At least for me. The little leggies go back and forth. She looks like she's doing a little hip swish. Oh gosh. I'm having too much fun. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun. Okay. There we go. And I may keep Y, I may not. I'm not sure what to do. Again, I still think it's weird. You know what? That's right. I don't change the actual torso, but I do move the shoulders up and down usually. Cause like, I don't know about you, but when I look up, sometimes I just relax my shoulders more so my shoulders drop down, and when I look down, I kind of hunch my shoulders a little bit. That's what I do. I'm like, there was something I do. Not shoulders, but that button, body movement, and it's just, I move the shoulders. I move the arms. Let's see. Right is always down. So when that's looking down. So I want the shoulders to move up a little, I think. Just enough to be noticeable, and then left is looking up, so shoulders would go down. Wait, oop, ah. Why did it do that? Okay, that's not really... Okay, no, it's kind of noticeable. It's a small movement. It's just barely noticeable, I think. But, okay, let's see. Okay, is this is still not gonna pull it properly? No, it is not. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly change this. Okay, maybe not. This is gonna take me a second longer. Gotta go in and out. Okay, now it's not even showing. Oh, because I collapsed it down. I'm a dingus. There we go. It's not working. Okay, maybe if I put automatic. If I put it to that, will it, if I exit it out, I'm like, let me change a setting. Let me see if I can figure out. Oh, it popped. Okay, it's still working. Is it still current? Let me see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I changed the setting and I think that helps. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it helps. Okay. Okay. I am clicking all the wrong buttons now. Alright. Now I need to go back to preview, cursor tracking. I need to put this to my left mouse button Y. So yeah. It is working. I go down and the arms go up. Okay. The arms move a little. I know the head's not moving, so that might look really weird. Let me see if that is keep continuing. Did I actually get that? I did. Okay. I don't have to switch it out. I have figured out the secret. I just changed the setting. This one's working. Maybe not the most optimal, but it does show, so that's okay. Let me see. What is this other? This work better. I do it this way. I mean, there's like 3 options. I'm like, does this one also work? Will this be better? No, that doesn't change it at all. That doesn't work. Okay, we're not using that one because that one doesn't work. Let's try this. Yeah, because that pops up. Okay. I'm gonna leave it on that then. No more about me worrying about having to do it manually every time. Ooh, and then forgetting. I think I need a water break. Let's get a bit of water here. Hydrate, stretch out. I also stretched out. Maybe I will try skinning. Oh, there's a process. I know you have to click, like... There's one point where you have to click everything, and then another point where you have to not have something clicked. And I don't remember the order. I guess I'll go check it out. See if I will remember if I see the menu. First, I need to find the cables. Wait, they're at the bottom. No, they're not. Okay, where did they go? Click that. Oh, they're at the bottom of where the head is. Okay, that's why. I was thinking they're at the bottom. Wrong spot. All right. I think I select both. Does this show the menus? Let me see. I think it does actually. Yeah, I do. Okay. I don't know why the Live2D drop downs actually show up. They do. Yeah. 2 rotations. Oh, okay. Alright. To do this. Yes, that's right. Okay, this is at the top. Yep. You do have to do a bunch of rotation deformers. At least for how long this is going to be. I need a bunch. Okay. And then I think I select everything. Hit skinning. Since parameters will be automatically generated to the bottom of the palette after applying skinning, use the parameter slider check the movement in modeling view. Okay. First off, let's get out of there. How does it, did it mess up? Okay, first off, let me just select everything. Where's the middle of this? Where can I grab it? Can I not grab the whole thing? Let me grab it. Alright, oh, it didn't make a... Shouldn't have made a folder? I kind of remember that. I probably did this wrong. Okay, let's just go in here. Yeah, it's still... Oh gosh. Still ramrod stiff. Yeah, if I add it, it's not... Wait, no. Yeah, it's not a parameter. It should... have a parameter. Wait, that did pop up, right? Yes. I'm very worried about it. Huh, okay, what did I do wrong? I don't know. But yeah, it auto-generates, but you need to have a bunch of the rotation deformers. Yeah, okay. Let me just back out. There we go. Maybe I don't have that one select? I don't have the cable select. Look at that. I'm not sure if that'll work. Generate parameters. Okay, maybe... Okay, do need the art mesh. Got it. It's not there. Maybe I do this and then generate parameters. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, that is how it do. Is how it be. Alright, it didn't mess up the mesh. Sometimes when I do things like that, it'll mess up the actual object. And it'll get like little kinks in it and stuff. Like niches. It's quite annoying. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, undo that. If I click that and then say... What is it? Oh, up here. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, well, no, it's... That goes like that. It's just spinning the whole thing. That one's working as intended. Okay, so I do need to have this selected. Alright. I'm slowly remembering how to do this. Okay. And then I think maybe I deselect the top one. I feel like you might do that. Let me try. If it doesn't work, I'll undo it and just select them all. Generate this. Yeah, I'll keep it basic. I am just trying to see if it even is working as intended. Well, that's moving that way. Yeah, and I'm going to need to put a deformer. Move it. It's on the head. Okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't work how I want it to. So I do want that selected. Maybe it's I unselect the mesh when I'm doing generate. That might not even be a problem anymore. I don't know. Okay. So I got this. Yeah, that will turn. And that goes like that. Oh. I know. Okay, I realize what's going. That actually kind of looks cool. Look at that. Well, I guess if you want that kind of effect, there you go. This whole thing is... Now I'm just thinking of a bug. Okay, Okay, okay. No. Wait, I need to get in. It's not going to be... I think I need to make these bigger. So let me just delete all these. This is too small. Like, the area of effect it has is too tiny. That's a problem. That's happening. I need to make it bigger, I guess. Where did that one? Okay, that one's at the shoulder. That one's here. Have the black line of the skirt. Okay. Just over the knee. I just had to make these really long, didn't I? Okay, let's try... Okay, why is that one different? You go... Okay. Okay, now it's... Oh gosh, where are you going? Why is that one like directly under and then these are... Did that happen? No, that's not working. Okay. Now let's try, see if that actually helped. If not, I am just going to be like, I'll figure this out after watching a tutorial again, because apparently I need it. No, wait, gotta hit skinning first. Oh, I forgot to select the art mesh. Whoopsie. Okay, let's try... Because, I mean, I could manually do this, but it's also like... Oh gosh, do I want to? No, no I don't. Alright. Yeah, that still has everything out. And that goes wibbly bobbly. That's both working better and not. Okay, yeah, I think I'll just... I am just going to leave it be. Watch a tutorial. I don't know what was up with that one. That is, I need to fit. I kind of get it, but I also don't know what I'm messing up on. Okay, so, no, I don't remember how to do skinning. Oh well, I tried. Skip the save. I gave it a try. I did not succeed, and that is okay. Alright. Let's go do something that I actually know how to do, like make the eyes move, which is going to be a little trickier in this one because she has two kinds of eyes, which I might want to do a parameter for that, come to think of it. Okay. Let's call this eye change. I think this is a menu that, yeah, this is an actual window. It's not a drop-down menu, so y'all can't see what I'm doing. Apologies. Okay, yeah, I want to set it up that. There we go. Wait, no, I don't. Put the minimum at 0. Whoops. Bumped into my mic. Alright. So now I have this. So I select all of these and I stick it there. Then I just mess with the... Wait, nope. Look at that. Okay. So this is just select these and put the opacity down. Actually, I don't even need these actually selected, come to think of it. I just need these two. There. Now she has her yellow eyes or the brown eye, the brown camera-y eyes, which I also kind of need to get the... Let's see, copy the ID, and then I want to clip... That's the clipping ID. So now the irises will clip into... there, and I'm going to need left eye shine. This is important. Clipping basically means it cannot go out of the boundaries of the thing it's clipped in. In this case, it's the sclera here. So if I try to move... Okay, yeah, I'll move these both at once or else it's gonna freak people out. So you don't see it. And when I didn't have it clipped... let me get this one away. Delete that. So that's not clipped anymore, and if I select this, it will go out. So that is why you want to do clipping. For those who don't know, that is why I'm doing that. It's so... She has 2 eyes. I was trying to avoid that, but I accidentally did it anyway. Played it off the note. And I also have the shines because I don't want that. I don't know why this one isn't down there. I'm just putting that for organizational sake. Alright. I gotta take the clipping ID for the sclera, the right side sclera, and stick it to everything that needs to you know, disappear when you remove it from the sclera, because you should not be able to see it. It's no longer on the sclera, essentially. Alright. Start putting some deformers. This is the middle bangs. Put this aside. Okay, yeah, I'll put it to the left. We'll have left bangs. Showing that I'm an American, if you could tell by my accent. I have an accent even in the US. I wonder if anyone thinks of that from a foreign country. Like, there is a standard dialogue for, or dialect for even English, American English, and that is in the Midwest. No, Central. I guess it's kind of potato. I think they usually call it a Midwest accent. And that's considered the standard, I think. It's a little surprising, given you would think it'd be like an East Coast thing. No, it's not. For better or worse, it's not. Alright, eyebrows, it needs... Okay, I'm just gonna say brow. Continuous great, great. Because... I never remember. Yeah, no. Okay, that's for both. Okay, where's the other eyebrow? Give me that. Let's go drag that into... Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Drag that into 3. That is... both brows. Both brows. Sometimes it's just easier to move them at once. This one will be... I'm just gonna retype it all. Okay, left. Let's see. Actually, no. What I need to do... Okay, take those out, actually. You stick it in there. You go in there. Both brows is positioned. Wait, no, I do need another one. Okay. That's right. There's... moving along on the head. The brows are hard to do because they have so much movement. So I have both brows to position them. I need to readjust this. So it's over both brows. Actually. And then we have... right brow. Oh, that's a P. Brow position. Then right brow angle. I did spell angle, not angel. That has been a recent problem. Every now and then my brain will be like, which is which? Question mark? Absolute confused noises. Position. So, yeah, essentially, the both brow positions is what I use for making it so the brows move along when I move the, you know, face along. Right brow position is the up and down. And then angle is, well, the angle of the brow, so I can look more, yeah, like that. Or go, oh! So yeah, I have it all separated out, but I always forget what order I have to put them in, so I just make the things and then name them after. Angle. I forgot the N. Where's the N? After the A. Okay. I just spelt the thing and I already forgot how to spell the word. Good job, me. There we go. Okay, the brows are set up. Right, what else do we have? Okay, we have the eyes. Gotta make sure I select everything. That is going to be both eyes. Again, that's what I use just to get moving around. Oh gosh, this is not separated by left and right. Ooh, I didn't used to do that. Okay, I can reorganize that right now. I can select everything, can I? Yes, I can. Perfect. Alright, put that there. There. Now that's the left eye. Here's the left side. Left eye. Where's the left sclera, actually? I did not move that properly. Okay. It's right here. You need to go right there. There we go. Alright. Now you are the left eye. I don't usually do this, because I don't need to, but I will for this one. Why not? Left eye. Right eye. Because usually I can get away with just both, but I should probably try to make more... What's the word? Nuanced movements, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Or one thing to say. Hiccup. Ruby hiccup. Okay. The mouth goes in a deformer, not so that's what gets moved around with the head movements. And then the actual mouth movements is the individual pieces. Which I also just remembered, if I make the lips go away, the teeth are sticking out, which is kind of bad. Because if, like, the bottom tooth, that happens, it goes clipping over. Oh, wait, let me actually select off of this, because you guys are not used to the L show out. And usually, that's why you have this back mouth piece in part. It's not just for, having the inside of your mouth. It's also good because you can clip the teeth into it. So now, when I pull this, you don't see it, so then I just have to keep this mouth bit behind the two lip bits. And it doesn't matter what the teeth are doing, which is kind of important. Because the bottom teeth will move around a bit, so if you don't clip the bottom teeth to the mouthpiece, it gets a wee bit annoying. Yeah. I will say that's not the only way to hide things. You can like lower the opacity. I think that's what you want to do when, if you like want to have it like a hard eye toggle, you can put the hearts above the eye and just have a parameter that makes it opaque or not, and then you just have to make sure you move it along with the eye. You know, move it at the same time. You would do something like having this all selected, and if you had another, like, I don't move the eye shines because, yeah, but you know, you'd have that if like this shine was like a little part instead, you'd have it like in the middle. And then you'd want to select all this for when you're moving around parameters. For actually, what I'm gonna do next, if did I get all these? No, I need to make a head base. Head is a unique one. It always pretty much, you want to put it in its own deformer. Probably should put the headphones in their own deformer. If I can spell, oh my gosh. I say headphones, and then I start thinking of Neku from The World Ends With You, because his nickname was Phones, because he always wore headphones. Kind of silly. Okay, back hair also kind of gets its own deformer, because it does move quite a bit. Alright, everything is sorted out. I mean, if I had a more detailed character, it'd definitely have more. And I already know that the headphones are going to look pretty flat. That's just kind of how I just didn't draw the necessary parts to get a more streamlined effect. Also, I will say, if you're not messing with the position of like things you select, so the opacity, you can have a lot of parameters that like mess with like opacity or maybe even color. As long as you're not actually moving or messing around the meshes or deformers, it'll put up a warning, but it should by and large not like make the eye like go wee out of the socket or something. You shouldn't have any placement glitches, at least. Can't guarantee for other kinds of glitches, but it should probably move how you expect it to. It just may not have the opacity. And I think you can change the color, and I think there was some... Where is it? Is it opacity? It's not draw order. It's not clipping mask. There were like a couple of... What are they called? Oh, blend mode. Here we go. Blend mode. That's what they're called. Yeah, you just have these two. Not entirely all that useful, given that they're not even the two I think people even use the most. Because I think people use overlay and like hard light and soft light from my understanding. But hey, maybe the professionals use differently. So what do I know? I am no professional. Okay, so now let's set this one up and this one, and now this is X and Y, so it's left-right movement. So do that. Then I want to grab this. I just want to squish it just a little bit. Because eyeballs are round. I do... It does help with giving some kind of effect. Like, it helps with the you're looking over kind of thing. Let's see. Reflect motion. Oh. Alright, I only had that select. Okay, that's not gonna move. Alright, yeah, I undid that. I need to select these two. Now I can say reflect motion. Oop, that's not working how it should. That one's going too far away. Alright, so reflect motion is not gonna work this time around. That's fine. That. Do the right side this time, squish it a little. And left side, squish it a little. I don't know how realistic this is, but I have noticed that it does help a little bit. With, like, the effect. Alright, let's select both of these. Down. Select both. And I select both irises. You would only need to select one iris, honestly, if you... But she has two different colors of eyes. Down is down, up is up. Well, left is up. I don't know why I'm saying down is down. That doesn't make much sense, but yeah, I'm gonna make sure I set the parameters correctly. It's not too bad if you reverse the parameters. It may cause confusion when you're setting up your model, because you have to realize, like, oops, I got the parameters wrong, and all you do is, for at least in VTube Studio, which it should be the same way in other rigging face tracking kind of programs like VTube Studio, where you can reverse the values. So, like, you see how it says 1 right there? And then -1 down here? Essentially, if you get this movement, like, she looks this way when you want her to look that way, all you have to do is set the numbers differently in the Studio Crate. Which definitely, no matter how good your model is, you need to adjust the parameters. I know it has auto setup for these things, but they're not going to be the end-all be-all thing. Alright, now what you do... Okay, but no, moving on back to rigging. What I want to do is select all of these again. And then, let's see, you go to synthesize corners. And just hit OK. And I also need to combine these. Yeah, and now it'll have movement. Now she can look around. And that's probably not going to be too different from how I had it. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Get a stretch. Blah. Alright. Maybe let's do some face. Face. I want the head. Oh my gosh, why is that selected so much? Is that because it has the cables? Yes, it does. Okay, that's not even... Holy, that actually needs to go more down. I'm sorry, that's probably really creepy that I'm just popping the head off of the model, but it's the only way I can check. Live2D rigging is not for the faint of heart. Alright, I'm gonna need all these parameters. The nose, both brows, not these ones. Don't click those ones. I did separate the eyes out this time, see if I can get a little better movement. Oh wait, no, I want to do the mouth next actually, but I can set the parameters, that should be fine. Even if I want to change that, I'm not messing around, I'm not setting them or anything, so it's no big deal. Alright. Where's the mouth? Here we go. Mouth forms. Okay, so what you do, select all this. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay, let's keep that down because you can't see it. Okay. Right. Okay, first I want to do... No, 3 dots. So it has whatever the default is. And then this side's going to be frowning, which I need to grab my tablet pen for a second. We're gonna zoom in here. Alright, taking this tool. We're making some dots, because this is another transformation tool. Let's put this at the corner of the mouth, kind of, and then away from the mouth. Same with the bottom here. At the corners, at the where the lip ends. I'm placing the dots in relation to the lip in, like, the center of the drawing. Really. And the meshes. I can make that smaller, but it also doesn't matter too much for what I'm doing. Okay, so why did I do that? It's because if I click here, I'm gonna select this. It's because now I can grab it. This is just another way to move the meshes around. We are going to make a little frowny frown. Probably right there. Is that gonna mess anything up? No. And so now she frowns. And then I just do the reverse. Okay, I want to pull this out a little. And then scooch it up. Also, I'm hitting shift, by the way. When I select these, it's so I can select them all at once. If you hit alt and then click, you can squish them like that. Just so you know. That up. Click off. And now she smiles. Okay, yeah, it's still... I need to think with these. Yeah. I think for this one, I also need... Actually, I can just move this one. If you hold shift, well, if you click on a dot, hold shift, it'll make it so you can go only up and down. Sort of puts it in this grid. That looked weird, I'm sorry. But yeah. You can make some absolutely cursed parameters. I will say, in Live2D, you can just make some cursed, glitchy, like Sims, I don't know, was it Sims 3? Yeah, it was Sims 3 that had the baby Sims who were tied to adult models, but since they didn't actually have a proper adult model, you got the skinny little kite Eldritch horror people. Yeah, you can very easily do that in this. Oh boy. Okay, so for mouth open. Alright, let me see if I can remember. Oh. Whoops. Select all this, with this. I know I want it at 0. It was 1.35 and 1. And for mouth form, I also want to go in here and stick it at 0.5, so now I have the dots, because when I do this, it puts a grid like this. And I learned how to do mouth like this from... It's called Yoshino Art, which, she's like wearing a bikini or something, so pretty revealing model, so not always what you want to have in public, but she does make good tutorials. But she's a very pretty lady, and I can't... It's kind of funny, because she makes good tutorials, but I'm also like, people aren't gonna pay attention to the tutorials. They're gonna be like, ooh, pretty lady. But yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else with more concise mouth rigging than hers. I'd have to check, which I haven't done in a while, because I haven't needed to. But yeah, now we just do a whole bunch of different mouth forms so we can get the mouth working, which is complicated enough. I always have to look at my notes for, which I'm gonna grab. Give me a second. So I make a whole bunch of noise, no doubt. Alright. Okay, let me explain what keyframes, which are, I'll remind you of what the little dots represent on here. So for this one, we want to make the ah mouth form, so it's like ah. Then eh, which is kind of like ah, except more wider. And then there's, like, oh, which is more round mouth. Like, I don't think can I even do that? Oh, no. I'm doing more of like, ah. Well, you get this much more round mouth, you'll see. Just more for the O's, and then you have here, got like, ah. I can do that easy. And then this is just, honestly, this one is just a slightly, just like that one, except only slightly open, which is easier to do and probably better to show than explain. And we have ooh, and another kind of ooh, two different oohs. This one's more round, this one's kind of like, oh, what shape is that? It's like a very specific shape. It's like eye-shaped. Because like eyes get squinty in the corners. I mean, anyway. You'll see what I mean. And then like a toothy smile. So these ones down here are mostly so your mouth doesn't open a little bit. Like if you barely have your mouth open, you can set it so it has like barely mouth open kind of things. But I usually leave those as is. So it's just the frown, but it's still closed. But you can change those to being slightly open. Which, actually, no, wait, I misspoke. Spoke too soon. I also do have, like, I move the bits here. Because it's otherwise very drastic change, but okay. Let's get in here. The first is ah. I want to grab all of this. Until, yeah. Just get a little bit of the teeth, top teeth, which don't move the top teeth. I don't know why I always start in this corner, but I do. I mean, you can start wherever you feel most comfy. You don't have to copy me. If you like doing that one first, you can like go for it. It's a preference thing. It's not really this is the right way to do it, or you can only do it. Okay, why are you letting me select properly? Holding shift down. Okay, now you're happy. And I want to actually move, though you won't see it. I do want to put the bottom teeth up closer. Okay, and now I want to select all of this and do Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V, because the eh kind of mouth shape, it's much like the ah, except it has this part down lower. Move the lip overall down more. Get the corner bits here. Shrink it in a bit. So yeah, it just makes it easier. So now we have the ah and eh. Now we get the o. This is gonna be a fun one because this one is really probably the most deformed mouth movement. And feel free to mess around with your own mouth movements. But, like, the exact kind of shape and stuff you want. You can do more exaggerated. There's definitely more stylized ways of doing this. Yeah, and then you actually, no, I want this actually pretty curved. Oop, not that curved. because this is like a big actual, not O as in the sound, but O as in like the actual shape of the mouth you're trying to get. Big old O shape. And yeah, we're gonna have the mouth face peeking out. So that's the reason why I have this selected is because I'll just squish it down. Yeah, and sometimes you are gonna need to pull it down. I'm just pulling it down a bit for my own peace of mind. So now we have very O kind of round shaped mouth. You may have yours be a little more exaggerated, but again, I keep fairly realistic with the mouth movement. I think actually, yeah, I can copy, shift, control, copy. No, it's shift, no, control, shift, C, and then control, shift, V. Copy and paste the movements. I like the mouth being there. And it's ah. Ah. Angry mouth. Probably. That's what I say, because it looks like somebody's yelling in my mind. But yeah, that's about the shape of how I wanted it. It gets kind of like... You have a nice big deep round the bottom lip here. Oh, another thing I didn't do is head. I actually want to click the head base. Undo this. Wait. Whoop. Select. Because there's also something you can do, which I didn't always do, so I'm not quite as used to it, because it's something I've only recently started to do, and just set all parameters for this. Because for these more big... Oh, if you can see how my jaw moves. So you want to do that the same. You can take this and just move the head a bit. See, that looks a... Okay, let me get the dots away. It looks a bit more natural. Okay, so I'm gonna shift control face and put it over here. It can also help the mouth bits not clipping over out of, you know, like you can going over the head. It does help. Yeah, there we go. Always fun when I get the mouth movements more in. Always fun. Okay. So now I'm just going to grab all this, stick it down. Because I'm pretty much, like I was saying, it's just smaller, like barely see the teeth. A little bit more. Okay, so again, select, but I'm still on it. And you want to actually move the bottom teeth, just because it'll help with movement. That's why I will position bottom teeth even if you can't see it, because it's like, here, actually, if I go to this one and have it way down, let me actually not have it too weird, but if I keep it down, see how when she opens her mouth, that it kind of slides into place, you can kind of see it? That's why you want to keep it sort of where it'll end up being, just because of how it'll move to the other keyframes. You don't really want to have it look like your teeth are sliding into place, you know? You want to look like they're being revealed. So yeah, for the mouth parameter, there is some elements of you do things not because you need it in that specific keyframe, but more of how it interacts with the other keyframes is going to look weird. I wonder if any of y'all are like, that's why I've been having problems. I hope it helps. Because I don't think I've ever seen people mention... Wait, no, Yoshino mentioned it. She did. But yeah, I don't see it always mentioned. Okay, now we're going for like almost kissy lips, but we're having a little ooh. It's almost like you're whistling. I should try to whistle. That's gonna blow out the mic. Never mind. That's actually kind of looks funny. It's got those pouty little kind of. I'm completely clueless, but look at me, woo, kind of. I don't know. That's how I think of it. Oh, that probably made people go like, really? Sorry. But yeah, we want some pretty puckered lips here. A little bit more. And a little bit more here. So you want this one to be pretty round. I mean, I can even... Wait, nope, that was the teeth. I did not want that. I'm like, well, what did I... Squish this all over, and just in case, I'm gonna squish the mouth a bit down. Put this up. And now, this next one is going to be fairly similar. Again, if you're doing a more stylized, this parameter right here, if you're copying this mouth setup, is going to actually look like a very small circle with the mouth shape. I don't do that because, again, I keep it somewhat I try to keep it somewhat realistic. Like semi-realism in the movements. I don't know. I could make this, though, more. A little bit more. I could also just... You know, okay. Maybe just squish the lip down. Yeah. Alright. So for this one... This gets put out more. And this one does too. Not quite as much, though. You want to have this kind of pinched. So there's like, it's like if you... How to visualize this? Because it's sort of like round in the middle, but then pinches. It's sort of like a lot of eyes motif, like, let's see. Like the Yiga eye, the Chichika Yiga eye from Legend of Zelda, and just kind of like a bunch of the more creepy, kind of spooky Eldritch kind of eyes. They always have, you know, you can see the full roundness of the iris, but then it pinches to the side, like it just goes into a point, and that's kind of the shape. I mean, you can see it right there, but I don't know if I'm explaining it the best, but hey, I'm trying. Alright, this one, we actually want both the teeth. The teeth are going to be very important for this one. Let me actually move these out of the way. Move this up. I'm going to have it, so... Oop, this one goes here. I want it to be the same. What we're trying to do here, in this key form, is to make a toothy smile. We want to see a little bit of teeth. I'm going to be smiling and show a little teeth. The mouth is not fully open, but okay, why do you know where the teeth go? Bottom teeth. Okay, I need to move the lips up. That's what I need to do. There we go. I know it's not perfect. It's kind of, you can kind of see behind it. That's fine. Not done yet. Just a tiny bit. Is that good? Yeah. Yeah, you want something like this. So then, it's the yeah. Keys. Jeez. I think I want to make this lips wider, actually. Yeah. And then now, that is pretty much the mouth movement. Ooh. Ooh. I don't usually get to be able to do that one. I guess I need to work on my setup more. That's okay. But now we got the bottom here is frowny this. We got, ooh. D. And then about in the middle, well, it was functionally the middle here. It's more of this movement. Yeah. So these are tied together now. Because mouth form is basically, you want frowning on this side, Smiling more on this side, obviously more neutrals in the middle. And then open is more of up and down. So you have the most open on top and closed on the bottom. And then everything in between. And I wish I could give a more detailed explanation, but honestly, how the mouth movement works and why it wouldn't work for other setups is I don't know. I don't understand what works and what doesn't. I haven't fussed around with it all that much, to be honest. But I do have other riggers recommend before you do face movement to do mouth movement, is because while the face is moving around, you want to check the different mouth forms. As you can see, it's quite a bit, and it does kind of change the head. And yeah, you don't want to be like looking kind of like in the corner here, have your character's mouth open up, and then just the mouth just clips over. Well, not clips, but it just goes over the head, so you just get just like hanging little bit out, and trust me, it'll look creepy. At least I'm pretty sure most people would find it creepy. And then it's not gonna look how you want. So I am very sleepy. Maybe I should call it here. Did the eyes. Yeah, the mouth open, or eyes open. Maybe we'll do a little bit more. I might wrap it up a little sooner because I keep yawning. Keep wanting to yawn. Yeah, okay. I was thinking about doing head movements, but no, we're not going to. We're gonna do eyes open and close. So what I want to do is select everything but the iris, and this is left eye, so yep. What I do is so it's set up like this. So it's set up 0, 0.1, 0.9, and 1. At least for how I have the parameters set up. But if it looks like this on the parameter bar, that's gonna be more or less. You might have to do a little more setup in your program. Let's see. I smile. I'll just leave it the same. That's just one. Okay, right eye open. Select all the eye bits except for the irises. Then we just set it up how we did the other one. Just on this layer instead. Alright. So now we're gonna take handy dandy this, whatever this tool's called. It's that one. And kind of in the middle, right at the top, side, there. I'm gonna do the same. Some dots down here. Now we're gonna do the same for the other side. Woo! Excitement. I'm sure you're just all so excited. Yeah. So once again, these move around the most, which is why I made them have a lot of dots. And you do want to have about 4 to 5. Really no more than that, or else it'll start. It's probably more than necessary. You can get away to 3 and 4 for less complicated movements, but I'd say 4 or 5, and you don't really want to go too much higher than that. Okay. Oh wait, first off, I need to re-put these defaults at 0.9, because that's going to be, at least for how I do it, going to be the default. So that's how we're going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. Wahaha. Alright. So now, this is our default, this little keyformer there. And I usually start off with doing the big old wide eyes. So let's get these bits. Oop, okay. Give me the thing. Thank you. I see a kitty. Little kitty. Stalking about in the background while you all can't see. Sorry, Macy's. No cats for you. Okay, now we move the sclera. Sclera. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this word. It might be one of those tomato even things where it's whatever. Okay, and then I usually grab the eye shine and kind of just also make it bigger. We go like that. Because I tested this out with the help of my twin sister and had her look around and like, no, the shines do not move on your eyes. They're not reflecting off of your irises, they're reflecting off your whole eyeball. I mean, it kind of shakes a little bit, but I think that's because, like, eyeballs are not 100% perfectly smooth. So, I personally keep the shines the same. Like, in the same spot. I do not move them. Oh, wait. I also want to put... Yeah, for this... I'm gonna put one of these... What are you doing, dog? Okay. What the dog doing? And this is important not for this eye point, it's more for when it's closed. Okay, and now for this one, this is when I make it sort of a little bit closed. And then I grab eye shine down. And we're going to want to squish this down. I'm going to actually want to hide the side bangs. Ah! Secrets! Okay. Squish that. Yeah, make sure that's... I didn't need to move it. But yeah, you want to make sure the little sideline here, which you do want to keep separate, for more optimal. I mean, I guess you don't completely have to, and just have a top and a bottom kind of eye. Let's squish this down actually a little. There. So now, just squinting at you. Sort of. I might want to change the shape of the eye a bit here. There we go. Yeah, I kind of do them tangentially, one right after another, just because that helps with keeping them kind of, you know, samey. Let's move this manually because it's already selected. It's already going to be doing this. There we go. So normal eye, and then she's squinty down. Big open eye. This side. Keep it reasonably same-ish. Because I'm a crazy person and I actually individually do eyes. I do know you can, after selecting the parameters, I think there's a way you select all the pieces, you select the parameters, I think. Wait, actually, is it here? Yeah, replicate parameters. I think you are able to, at least in the paid version of Live2D. It's gonna be different if you're not paying. You can copy the whole eye, have it all set up, and then just flip the parameters over. Like, just reflect it over. How I don't do that, mostly because I know that it's a fun little tidbit, but having perfectly symmetrical faces does creep people out. They did a study where they had, you know, they took, you know, Photoshop perfect, in quotes, face. You know, perfectly symmetrical. They took half a face and reflected it, and then you probably did little touch-ups just to make that transition smoother. And then they asked people, like, they had another attractive, like, person's face. Like, this person was a model, and probably so was the Photoshop face base. But the interesting thing they did was they asked which face people liked better. And it came back pretty unanimously that the Photoshop face came off as Uncanny Valley, while the non-Photoshop face was much more preferred. So, I know people are used to symmetrical faces for more cartoony and, well, more stylized things, but I do try to keep that in mind, that I don't have... A symmetrical face isn't per se the best face. There's your fun sciencey fact for the day. At least for me. Little bits of knowledge. Glorias. So I do take the effort to do the eyes different, because even the subtle differences will help. Well, hopefully will help. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. I'm gonna give it a save. Oop, nope, not... Okay, it did say save. I'll double save it just because I'm being paranoid now. And so then this is this, but what I do is... Okay, this is the left side. Grab everything. Copy. Control paste. So now, what I want to do... Actually... Let's go more down into the line, so it's more flat, and grab all of these slowly until it looks reasonably good. And then we just squish the sclera, which this is why it has the dots. It's just for this. And we make it really thin. We hide it behind the eyelashes. And then this gets squished. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to move this down. Where is the two piece? Yeah, this needs to move down a little more. A bit more. Your bottom lid does come up a little. I'm gonna need... Probably just slightly. Probably right there. That should do it. That should be good. Alright, now this one just gets squished in. And then we have this one. Chickets. Ooh, come here. Oh my gosh. Give me the dot. You want it to be kind of a little curvy up. Because how you... For this is another bit where it's important how, even if you can't see it, it is very important how you leave the thing, because, or pieces, because of how they move. Now she can wink. With only that eye, having on to this one. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there as a reference. Because, you know, I do want them to be close, but not, if they're not exact, that's fine. Not, especially since I did a symmetrical face first for this one. Because it was just practice. Again, I'm not trying to do perfection here. I don't need everything to be perfect. I am mostly just going from a rigging standpoint. Does it look okay? If it looks a little janky because of like the things get deformed and warped and I can't really do too much about it because of just the limitations of this old model that I did, that is okay. Alright, I should probably get the sclera also, or scalara. At this point, I think it's kind of potato. Oh, I did not put a dots thing here. Hold on. I want it to be out. I kind of want it in the middle. Alright, now we just squish it down. Up. Okay, now it's easier to understand what I'm looking at. Out here. select both of these. Move those up. Take the middle dot here. Put that up. Alright. Yeah. It was not made to blink like this either. Let's see. Move this a little bit more down. Slopes down. Has a little niche. That's okay. It's not perfect. But again, this model was made for an entirely different purpose. But yeah, there, that's about the same. It is blinking. It will happen very fast, so I think that's okay. Not perfect, but it's good. That will work. Blinky. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. I think we're good. Alright. Give it a save. And let's go over here. Because I'm gonna call it a little early today. I am a wee bit sleepy. And yeah, I did say that kind of funny. That was on purpose. I don't know why I decided to just be like, I'm not gonna talk properly for a second. Ugh, I don't know about that. I think I might just be calorie deprived too, in part. I need to make food, but I didn't have time. I'm like, I have time to eat. I don't have time to cook. And we don't have, like, I don't think there's any micro... We had corn dogs. I could have had a corn dog. Oh well. That's my bad. I think I need food. I am sleepy. It's not too much earlier than how I normally would have it. But I hope that was interesting. Let's see, how much do I have left? I have the head movements, which I still have the most difficulty with getting the head looking left and right and up and down, especially it's by diagonals, like looking like this. Oh my gosh, I hate doing that. Well, I don't hate, but it's a decent amount annoying for me. I wouldn't say hate. It's not that bad, but there are times where I can just use the synthesize corners option for that and just do tiny adjustments and it works fine. There's other times where that is just completely botched and I have to do like 4 other movements and it's a lot of work on something that's already quite lengthy to do because it has, oh, it's your face. There's a lot of pieces. And you have to make sure it looks good. It's not like some of the body parts, like if, oh, it doesn't look perfect by your feet. I'm like, most people don't see like the legs of a model, to be honest. I mean, when's the last time you saw mine? But yeah. I hope it is enjoyable to watch me rig, especially when I'm more in these parameters, but I think I'll save. I think the fussy ones are the ones that are left, so I was just doing the ones that I don't find so... Okay, well, there's the eyebrows, that's fine. Eyebrows are not too hard. It's just you gotta really piece it out. There's some hair movements. This is a little bit to do. Maybe I'll... You know what? We'll see. I may have a third part. I may not. We'll see. I have to see how I feel. But I do plan on getting Kaikala done. So we can do... So I can put out a compare and contrast video, which hopefully will be interesting for y'all viewers and nieces. But yeah, that will be that. So we're at the end of the video. So if you liked the video, please hit like, as I would appreciate it. Lets me know people, you know, like this content, it's worth doing. And hey, if you have, you know, you can have a test run, stick around, subscribe for a bit. You don't have to subscribe for too long, but you know, then check it out, see if you want to hang around a little bit more, and if you don't, you can just mosey on your way. It's all fine. You're all good. Us Misi, myself and the my little Misi crew, little painted mice crew, will not be offended. In this house, we respect people's likes and dislikes as long as they're not rude about it or, you know, otherwise. That kind of vein. Be nice, Mises. Or else you're getting my claws. Just like, if you're not gonna be nice, I'm not gonna be nice either. I say that mostly jokingly. I'm probably just be like, leave. That's how I handle things. I do not fight. I'm just like, goodbye. Okay. Anyway, that's all for this week and the video. I will be seeing you all next week, hopefully. Might be doing some Octopath Traveler 2. I do remember that is the thing. That's right. I did check. It is rated T, so we might be doing that. Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me check the calendar quickly. How much time do I have? What is the rest? Things. Yeah, I think might have an Octopath Traveler 2 marathon next week. Because I've never played that game before! Yay! That's what, out of all the games I've played on the channel, this is gonna be only the second game that I've played that I have actually no clue about. All the other plays are it's me replaying, just going back through all my games. Because I'm like, I want to show this cool game, look at it! Okay, but in any case, yeah, Octopath Traveler 2 next week. Might be marathoning that. Or maybe just I'll marathon it and then have one stream maybe with Kaikala. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's a later thing for me to figure out. In any case, thank you all for coming, my Meesees. Thank you everyone else for viewing this live or in a VOD. And I'm bidding you all adieu and fond farewells and hope life is easy for you in the foreseeable future. Because it's time to say bye-bye! And I hope to see you all later.